Welcome everybody. I'm Scott, Can-Am Off-Road Fun, and today we are going to have a little fun, and I'm going to explain Smart-Lok. That is S-M-A-R-T-L-O-K. Smart-Lok, I got a bug. Smart-Lok is developed through Can-Am and a team in a place called Team Industries, T-E-A-M. Team Industries is a leader in differentials, transmissions, things like that. So Can-Am and this company work together to develop Smart-Lok. I am in the 2025 model. It is different than all of the other models. Let me explain. My model has two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and front diff lock, which we will not enable. My model has trail and trail active. We will leave it in trail. This over here is suspension. We're not going to talk about that today. Today we're going to talk about Smart-Lok. Now I'm going to put it in two-wheel drive. I'm going to point this at the dash and I hope you can see it. I'm going to enable four-wheel drive. Okay, see it? Smart-Lok. I hope you can see that. All right, Smart-Lok will only work in 4x4. That's it. So if you think you're using Smart-Lok and you're in two-wheel drive, you're not, because your front differential, your front axles are not engaged in any way, shape, or form. So we're going to run in 4x4 today. So what is this thing? All right, here you go. Now, different models also have mud and rock, depending on the model that you buy. I have trail active and trail. Two very different things. Okay. The trail active mode is designed, I'm reading, that's why I'm looking over here, is designed for aggressive riding and delivering the ultimate in cornering precision. All right, so imagine tearing down through the dunes or in the washes in the sand or even slippery gravel or even some snow perhaps, and you're sliding all over the place. On undulating terrain, quick corners, and loose surfaces. Trail active mode maximizes the four-wheel drive system's speed, efficiency, and predictability. All right, here's how it works. When high engine torque or an increase in vehicle speed is detected, Smart-Lok will progressively engage the front end until the throttle is released or the vehicle's speed is reduced. The progressive engagement allows smoother steering effort and predictable response. This requires engine torque and vehicle speed. Okay, we're going to go over this again in a more layman's term in a second. Trail. When it's all about adapting to an instant to the trail ahead. Trail mode uses the front wheel speed sensors to compare the discrepancy in identifying the slipping wheel. It will then synchronize both wheels as needed for a wide range of conditions. It delivers predictable cornering and traction by progressively engaging. So it is doing the same as the other, but it's using different sensors. Maintaining the required axle lock as the conditions in the driver input change. Progressive engagement that allows for lower, smoother steering efforts at higher speeds. Last page. Key inputs, wheel speed and steering angle. I'm going to go over those two things one more time in a short version. There's trail. Trail, which we are currently in, monitors wheel speed and steering angle. Okay, you're taking a tight turn, one of your wheels is slipping, it slowly, progressively engages the front end until it no longer senses that. Trail active up top. Trail active is checking out engine torque and vehicle speed. Okay? Engine torque and vehicle speed, quite a bit different. And obviously wheel slippage is involved there because you will be slipping. So, that is Smart-Lok, my friends. And there is one more, not Smart-Lok, but one more thing you need to know about. And that is front diff lock. If you guys are riders, you all know about this, you've all got it. When you throw that on, you're locked. This other stuff doesn't matter anymore. You are locked. So if you are approaching a hill, looks pretty steep, looks pretty gravelly, slippery in some way, you want to come down here, stop your vehicle, you want to put it in low. You want to lock your front diff. And there's one more thing you want to do that you probably haven't thought about. And you want to change your drive mode. So I'm going to push the drive mode button while I show you the screen. That is sport mode, and that is eco mode. Eco mode. You're saying, Scott, I don't want no friggin' eco mode. I got 200 horsepower. Well, you don't want 200 horsepower on a turbo trying to climb up slowly up a slippery hill. You know what you're going to do? All four wheels are going to start spinning. Too much power. Yes, I said it. Sometimes these machines have too much power. Depends on the situation. So we're in low gear. We're in eco mode. Eco mode has nothing to do with fuel economy. It doesn't even, I don't know why it says eco, but that's not what it's not what you're thinking. It simply reduces the power output because you don't want to accidentally start them wheels spinning. You're just going to get stuck. So low mode, eco, front diff lock. You're climbing just about any hill out there. Now I'm going to switch mine back. See that? We're in sport mode. Sport mode, wide open, full torque, full responsiveness, full everything. Normally where I drive in. Okay, so I'm cruising down the nearest wash, which we are going to do in just a minute. And we're going to leave it in 4x4, and we're going to put it in trail. Why are we going to put it in trail? Let's read that again. Wheel speed and steering angle. I am going to nail it on a turn a couple times, and we're going to set a camera up out here somewhere and watch me do that. And you probably won't see anything happen because Smart-Lok is going to do its job. When it senses a wheel spinning and it senses the steering wheel at a hard angle, it's going to start locking the differentials or the axle on that side. If it needs it, it'll lock it on the other side. It'll lock it all over the place if it needs to. Very, very, very smart system. Very well named, Smart-Lok. Give me a minute to set up some stuff. Here we go, 4x4 in trail mode, the original mode trail. All right, guys, we went completely sideways almost on that one. So that was trail. Now we're going to put it in active trail and nail it in the same manner and see how it does there. Okay, that I had much more control over in active trail. In trail mode, I actually had some slippage going on, but in active trail, I didn't slip very far. Combination of tire, speed, angle, blah, blah, blah. But Smart-Lok is definitely working. We're gonna do one more pass. I can't do it as fast, but I'm gonna lock the axles. I'll stay in high gear. So we're just gonna lock the axles so we can feel the difference. And oh, by the way, in this 2025 model, did you know I can do all this on the fly, including locking the front axles? Yeah, because they're electronic. I can lock the front axles on the fly. Wild, huh? Axles are locked. I'm gonna go slow, but we're gonna, oh boy, it's hard to turn with the axles locked. Woo! It's hard to turn, guys. Nah, there's... Yeah, we got a little dusty there, didn't we? Anyway, there you go. That's Smart-Lok. I had the axles locked in 4 high on that last run. I could barely turn the thing. You know how it is with your axles locked. I didn't have any wheel spin at all. So that was pretty cool. I love this machine. So versatile. The only thing is, like anything in this world, you need to learn your tools. Boy, this thing is so dusty. I really kicked up the dirt. You got to learn the tools, learn the environment to use them in. And fortunately, everything except put it in low gear is done on the fly. So if I'm zipping along with the guys and all of a sudden we're climbing a hill, I can lock the hubs. Now I can't drop it in low, but I can lock the hubs in high, and I can switch it to active trail or whatever I need to be in. That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon.